Hi guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole and this channel is all about my journey and my attempts to get current on any bills I'm behind with, pay off debt, which is a variety of debt, and then use the cash budgeting method to get myself sorted. So thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed and commented so far. It really does mean the world that people are here along for the journey and that you're all helping keeping me accountable, which is really what I need. To anyone who's come over from Instagram and has been engaging there as well, for someone who struggles using social media, thank you. It does mean a lot, and everyone's support and advice so far has been really fantastic, so thank you so much. Today is going to be a little bit more of a calmer video, as opposed to my last one, which was my plan with me, very chatty, very, oh my goodness, what's going on. I took a day off yesterday from uploading, from filming. I am waiting for some happy mail to arrive, which is the only reason why I haven't yet done a cash stuffing and a sinking fund breakdown, because I really want that set up. I've got some things that I've been working on creatively just for personal use as well, that based on today's kind of level of health and level of energy, I will be, after I film this, pretty much confined back to sofa rest, as I call it, because I'm refusing bed rest, and I can therefore work on that this afternoon. So it's a bit of a slower Sunday. Hopefully there's not going to be as much camera shake. I have tried to change some angles and things. So what I can do while I'm waiting for everything to come in is try and start working on a debt plan. Now, I did go through my debt confession when I kind of gave a breakdown of, I did give a breakdown of all of my debts, as you can see here. I do write at an angle, which is why the camera isn't wonky. I just write at an angle. But I've kind of done a rough number of the order of which I want to pay things, and some of them are quite time urgent actually. So I thought that actually I would just work through this and go through it all, and then if anyone has any comments or plans or any ideas, please do feel free to leave them in the comments below and just feedback to me. I'm at the point where I've not tried this successfully. I've kind of dabbled with, or maybe I'll put some cash in an envelope before, and it's just not gone very far. But the first one that I have to pay is my BT bill, and this is one that I need to get current on. I have rounded up the amount slightly to £109. It's £108 and something pence. And this has got to be done by the 25th of September at the latest. There's currently breathing space applied to this account, and that's a 60-day hold on any collections, interest and charging activity. They will, of course, continue to bill me. So this is the amount that's owed up to and including September's bill. But from the 26th of September, they not only will breathing space be removed by the 25th, but on the 26th of September, I will have my bill for October generated, and that would be another £48.50. So the good news is that I am on track to pay this. I've been working really hard, and I've been listing my sometimes more than 10 items a day, depending on health permitting. And there's currently, at the time of filming on Sunday lunchtime, there's a Vinted balance that is pending of £82.75. Now, that is either going to be used to pay it in full if I reach my target of £109, or whatever I have, I will go towards it, and then I will find the difference in my budget to pay in full or in part. Now, I know that with Vinted, they, depending on courier issues and tracking and the way they process things, they're not the quickest payout. In the past, whenever I've used them, I have withdrawn the money in drips and drabs as and when an item has arrived, and then it's just kind of been absorbed into my bank account and I've spent it. So what I'm going to do is let everything kind of be confirmed as okay and everything get delivered and all of that. And once we get to as close as possible, I will then withdraw the amount to my account and then make that payment in full on that same day. The only thing is, in the past, when I've sent with Yodel being a courier, for example, it has taken over a month to get there, and about half of my orders so far have selected Yodel as the courier. And looking on the kind of local Facebook groups in my area, it does seem as though there is a bit of a problem with the depot that the parcels get sent to from this area, in terms of things getting lost but then delivered. So I'm going to assess the situation on the 20th of September, and if it's looking as though things are not going to arrive in time or funds aren't going to clear through properly, then I will, where possible, because I would have received a wage by the 20th from one of my employers, I will, if I can do it, pay the 109 or whatever the difference is in full, and then as and when the money clears into my Vinted balance, take that back to myself and put that into my budget. So that's what I'm going to do for that one. I do have a lot to sell on Vinted, and currently if everything that's I've currently got listed sells at the price it's listed for, there's about £250 worth that's listed, but obviously because I need to get the cash in quickly, I have been sending out and accepting offers slightly less than I think what the item is worth. But the priority is to get the cash in quickly to get this cleared, because I'm kind of on a 19-day timeline. So my second overdue bill is my Anglian water, which is £280, and that one needs to get current, and that £280 incorporates arrears and also current billing. They wanted a monthly payment arrangement of £71 a month, and they weren't prepared to accept less, and I couldn't accommodate that in my budget. So this is due by November. I'm going to say the 1st. I don't think it's the 1st, but I'm going to say November the 1st. I will only start tackling this one once I have paid BT. And my hope, what I will then do is any money that I then get in from Vinted or from any other side hustles, after I've paid BT, I will put towards as kind of lump sum payments. But rather than waiting for the full £280 to accrue, for example, in a vintage balance or a rewards system, I may instead do it in kind of £20 to £40 chunks and just chunk it down. And then within October's budget, because I get wages twice a month, by mid-October budget, can I make up the difference? So that's the plan for those. I briefly mentioned council tax. There is already a special arrangement in place for that one. So that is coming out of my bills monthly. So I don't need to worry about that. And for the time being, I'm not paying Octopus Energy for now. People may have comments on that. It's just, I'm not going to play the energy crisis game where possible. If it gets to the point where I get contacted about prepayment meters and fuel cards and things like that, then I will do something. But for now, no. That's not for everyone. It is a conscious decision I'm making. It's everyone's choice what they're going to do about the energy stuff. But I'm not playing that game for now. So then I come to, so I've dealt with 1 and 2, we've addressed that one, and then we come to priority debt and also family debt. Now, I know I'd listed 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, but I've got a lot of savings challenges kind of coming in the post. So what I think I'm going to do, like the £1 and £2 challenge, for example, that I've got coming from Simply Budgets, 2 of the £1 or 2 of the Mandela challenges makes that balance. So what I'm going to do is use the small sum saving challenges to get to say £100, £150, and then start making payments. So this is kind of a 3 but not 3. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. So we're going to use savings challenges because they're going to build up passively. And I will have a cash envelope for the family loan, to cash stuff for family loan. And I will then have a further conversation with that family member about how they want to receive the money, whether they want to receive, because for example it's broken down into different sections. I may then say to that family member, do you want £100 at a time so that they've got a relatively steady flow of money coming in, or do you just want me to get to 300, 425, for example, or implements of 500 here, and just find out what they want. It is an immediate family member, so they know that I can't just allow a set same amount from my budget each month, but I'm quite conscious that I want to act on them. So it may just be the fact that I get to go kind of full steam ahead because of the amount of £1 and £2 coins I have, for example, at the end of a week, and I actually end up starting to make that payment faster. So it's kind of an unofficial 3, if that makes sense. And then we'll go from there. If I go back to my consumer debt, I'm just trying to think. Yeah. So if we go back to my consumer debt, I'm actually going to... There's my green pen. So I'm going to cash stuff as a snowball. So I'm going to cash stuff as a snowball my list of priority debts, of non-priority debts. And what I may then choose to do, because some of these have been hanging around for a while, is actually, if I get to say the 61.53, or let's just say 62 for ease, if I get to the 62 and have it in my account, I may actually contact them directly and ask how much they would be prepared to accept to settle the account and it be paid off today. In the past, I have had settlement offers come through where it's like a 25-30% deduction on the loan if you can pay within 7 days, and I've never even looked to see if I've had the money. I've always just assumed that I haven't. Realistically, I probably could have done something about it, but I haven't. So because I've had those offers letters through in the past, by all means I am going to contact them one by one and say, what would you be prepared to accept to settle the account? If they're not prepared to accept a smaller amount to settle, say £55, then I'll just pay it in full, for example. Actually though, if they do then take an offer, or they do offer an amount, then fantastic, I will then have more to save. At the minute, there are no minimum payments set up on any of my smaller debts. I can't easily accommodate minimum payments in my account, especially while I'm paying the special arrangement on my council tax, which is £175 a month each, and my rent is a large proportion of my percentage of my budget. So I'm going to go through and do that for each of those. So cash stuff as a snowball, my list of non-priority debts, and offer / ask for a settlement discount. I know that this can sometimes impact your credit file. Mine is, I'm going to be perpetually stuck in very poor anyway for at least the next 3 years, because I have a debt relief order that has finished, but it stays on your credit file for 6 years. So I'm halfway through that. So right now I would much rather clear this in the best way possible, rather than worry about a small knock on my credit file, because I'm not getting out of very poor do not lend anytime soon. So that is that. And yeah, I am still waiting for an update on this final total. Again, that family member is away currently, so they've not had a chance to look. And equally, I can't rule out the fact that I may get a letter through a post where I have missed a non-priority debt. There are a number of them. So we have to obviously address that. If that happens, we will then see. And I am going to I'm really conscious that my inability to pay bills annually is causing me to trip up. A large amount of my debt is where I've been unable to pay a bill on time, and the account's been cancelled and charges have been added. So I would like to cash stuff / sinking fund / saving challenge for annual bills. This may not be possible for several months, maybe even a year, but I want it down there as something that I'm passively working towards. I'm not going to be taking a holiday as such in the next 12 months. What I tend to do in March around my birthday is I will mini break for 2 or 3 nights, and I will probably go 4 or 5 hours up the motorway and do that, but it's out of season and it's extremely kind of cost effective, and I just go hiking or kind of activities like that, or just do some photography. So there may be things here or there. I do have a family wedding down in Cornwall next August. That is something that when I was briefly going through my sinking funds in my second video, which is my September week 1 setup, I briefly said there's a holiday, but that's not getting stuffed. That may change. I may have to just do a separate category. The good news is that actually if I lose weight, I have a full outfit, because in going through my wardrobe and my stock, I have things. I just need to drop about 4 dress sizes to get there, but I have a year, so let's see. That may work as well. So for now, there is, you can move, a sort of plan that I'm okay with. I know that not everyone has to get current when they start these things, and that's almost setting me behind, but it's a problem of my own making. I could very easily ignore this, let it go to collections and just set up with another provider, but actually that's not indicative of a change of behaviour, and I'm actually genuinely happy with BT as an internet provider. I live in a rural area. I tried the TalkTalk and the PlusNet TV and the cheaper services, and they were horrendous. So my BT internet is generally a little bit more expensive. I could certainly pay for a cheaper provider, but I've done that before and the service was awful. So I'm going to pay that. I need to address that. Like, I need to feel the pain of losing that Vinted balance. It needs to hurt me. I need to sit there and go, that's £82 at the minute that I can't use for something else, that I can't put towards this, that I can't treat myself for. Not that I need a treat, I just want treats. And the same again with Anglian Water. I know that I fall into a bracket where I could be paying for £10, £15 a month water because of my income level, but at the minute they're not prepared to offer it to me until I deal with this, which is fair enough. So I need to deal with this so that actually it can positively impact on my budget going forward. At the minute, I'm just not quite sure how well Vinted is going to do to kind of comfortably commit to a certain amount. This is a little bit more time urgent. I have a couple of months left-ish to deal with this one, and once that's gone, I can then carry on straight away using Vinted, using side hustles to deal with it. And again, if I have to start cash stuffing for it and using those challenges early to get that clear, I will. I kind of have in my head I'd like it to be done by the middle of October. I'd like to get to do that week's budget when I have that wage and know that I don't have to try and find anything extra, because that specific wage is pretty much all tied up in rent. So there we are. And then again, the savings challenges, let's hope the use of colour and games and patterns and fun helps, because I'm not a saver. I have started to give my mum £50 a month, which she is holding in an account for me, just so that there is a small cushion there. I'm going to give that cushion a job and I will use placeholders, but that is where we're at for now. So once I'm really so excited for Happy Mail to arrive. I'm kind of at the edge of my seat. Everyone has dispatched super quickly. I've had one item arrive yesterday, which I'm not going to spoil, but unfortunately in my area we only have about post 3 days a week. So all of the sellers have done fantastically. They've all dispatched well within and ahead of time, and sadly it's just taking a little bit longer to get to me. So I'm really excited to film that video because I want to get going on the sinking funds and the cash stuffing and the savings challenges. I've been keeping my £1 and £2 coins aside, and today is hopefully, if I can get to the end of the day, I've got no money in my account and I'm not leaving my house to spend my cash. So today should be a no spend day, and that is the first time I can comfortably say that in a long time. So yeah, if anyone has any comments, please let me know. If you've got any input or advice or things that I haven't considered, even if there are other kind of side hustle options or apps or things that I'm just missing and just don't know of that you can kind of do passively from home, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope to see you all in the next video, which at the minute, if the Happy Mail doesn't arrive tomorrow, which will be a Monday, at the minute that's going to be my setting up my week 2 budget and what that is looking like. But thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you wish to, and I will see you all next time. Thanks very much. Bye bye.